Number 2 for the day. So, what I'm going to talk about is exercising for weight loss. So, if you're trying to lose weight and you want to know what you should be doing alongside of the diet and all that other stuff, stick around. I'll cover that just right after this.
If you guys want to stay up to date with the latest health tips and how-tos, subscribe to our channel today by hitting the bell in the right-hand corner.
We're going to cover today exercising for weight loss. Alright, so first things first. If you have a diet established, if you're working with that, the majority of your calorie or your deficit you want to take out of your diet, okay? It's not acceptable to try to go about weight loss from a purely exercise standpoint only. The reason being is that if you're not controlling your diet, when your body figures everything out, you're going to regain all that weight, all right? And the other thing is you're going to start adapting your eating while you're doing all this cardio or weightlifting or whatever you're doing, and whenever you get down to the very end of it, you'd have been eating more, not even realizing it. And so when you come out of doing your cardio, you're like, oh, I've reached my goal, and you stop doing your cardio or you reduce your cardio, what's going to happen? You're going to gain that weight back, and you're probably going to gain more back. So make sure that you're following a diet. I would say correct your calories out of your diet. That's a much easier way to go about weight loss, and it's a much better way. You're going to maintain a healthier body composition that way. Cardio is catabolic, which means it tears down muscle tissue, tears down your fat-free mass, which is, say, your muscle tissue, organ tissue, bone mass, things of that nature, which are things that you all want to keep. It's not really healthy to get rid of that stuff. The other thing is when you diet down, your body adapts metabolically as you lower your calories or as you increase your activity. So it's going to lower your metabolism. So if you're using cardio and then you're using a lot of cardio so it tears down that muscle tissue, well, you're tearing down the tissue in your body that utilizes the most calories. So that is going to further decrease your base metabolic rate, and it's going to, while it seems like a great idea at the time, cardio, in the long run, it actually ends up hurting you quite significantly, because you're going to have to reduce your calories even more to compensate not only for your base metabolic rate reducing because of metabolic adaptation, but also because you're just cutting off your lean, or you're catabolizing your lean body mass, which is adding to your BMR. So, things to think about. So, what do we do then as far as exercise goes for weight loss? Well, exercise for weight loss, you want to be lifting weights. Why? Weightlifting is anabolic, which means it's muscle building. It's tissue supporting, like it's muscular tissue supporting, and it's the only way that you can really go about balancing out that, that process, because when you're on a diet and you're reducing calories, your body is in a catabolic state, which means that, like we discussed before, it's going to take from everything. So what you want to do is do things that are anabolic to help bolster your muscle tissue, your BMR, and things of that nature. Got it? So weightlifting. Alright, now, if you haven't lifted weights before, I understand hearing the term weightlifting can be kind of scary. Alright? There's lots of ways that you can do resistance training and not be lifting free weights. So there's typically, when you go into a gym, there's lots of different weight machines that you can utilize that are not free weights. You can stay far away from the free weight section if you need to. But one thing I do recommend is that when you do go in, you should be going in no less than 2 times a week, but ultimately you should be going in a minimum of 3 times a week if you really want to maximize on, really bolstering your body in regards to your metabolism and your lean muscle mass. So when you go in and you work out, especially for your newbies, you're just going to want to work total body, so full body. So do an exercise for your shoulders, do an exercise for your chest, do an exercise for your back, do something like squats, which works both sides of your legs as well. Or you can do things like, say, you can split that up if you're not comfortable with squats. I mean, squats you can do on the Smith machine, which is, and a lot of the times gyms will have a machine squat, but you can do things like leg press, and they do typically have a leg press machine, it's called. And you can do calves on your leg press machine. So do calf raises, that'd be for your calves. And you want to do something like planks for, say, your abs. It's typically what's necessary. The other thing is you want to try to do 9 sets a week per body part. So every time you go in, you want to work 3 sets of each area at the very minimum, so that by the time you get to the end of the week, you're doing at least 9 sets. 9 sets is considered to be the lowest amount of sets you can get away with a week to induce a metabolic response in the muscular tissue. All right, so it's like, that's what I would tell you there. So for you guys that are more adept, I mean, by all means, like, how to lift weights and things like that nature 4 or 5 days a week, if not more. I mean, sometimes I work out 6 days a week, 7 days a week, depending on how I'm feeling. But for you guys that are newer to the weightlifting ring, chest, back, shoulders, you're typically gonna work your triceps and your biceps, the front of your arm and the back of your arm, every time you work any one of those exercises. So I don't necessarily say you have to work those. You want to work your abs, you want to work your legs, so you can do leg press for the front of your legs and your butt, and then you can do leg curls, or what's called another is like that's the one where you kind of sit in the machine and you're pulling your feet back towards you, and then you can do calf raises on the leg press machine. All right, so if you're looking these exercises up online, look up chest press machine. You're going to look up typically like a lat pull down machine, or you can look up the a row machine. Those are both back exercises. Look up shoulder fly machine. That's a decent one. You can also use the shoulder press machine. That's shoulders as well. Look up planks for your abs. That's a good one. Look up calf raises on the leg press. That's actually how you'd want to look it up. Calf raises on the leg press. Look up leg press machine, and then look up or leg presses on machine, however you want to do that, and look up leg curls. Okay, so all of those are machines. The other thing is, I'll tell you, is you need to lift intensely enough. And what I mean by that is that you shouldn't be able to easily do that weight. You shouldn't be able to do, like, say, 20 reps with it and still be able to do more reps. What I would suggest is that you aim for a target between 10 and 15 reps, to where it's either burning so bad that you cannot do another rep, or you physically can't do another rep, which means that you're pushing it, and then at a certain point you're just like, you struggle and you can barely get it up and you can't do another one. Here's the key word: with good form. Okay, so with good form. And that's how you're lifting intensely enough for you guys that are newer. All right, and I just say keep it in that target. Like, I would first aim for 15. I wouldn't aim for 10 off the bat. I would aim for as close enough weight as you can get to 15 reps, okay? And then, if you want to, as you start feeling comfortable with that, then you can start working heavier and working towards exhaustion at lower reps. So, increasing your weight, trying to get exhausted around 12 to 10 reps. All right. The other thing I would tell you is keep a journal, because you need to be able to write your weights down. You don't want to spend, like for you guys that are newer at this, you don't want to spend more than 45 minutes in the gym. You shouldn't. You should be able to complete all of that workout, 3 sets of each, in 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, then you're cutting into your gains, and it's, you really just, the faster you can get out of there, the better. Quick tip on that is, an easy way to do that is go from, say, like the chest press machine into the back movement. So you're pushing, you're pulling, okay? Work your abs with your shoulders. So you're doing your shoulders, and then you hop out of the machine, you go into your planks. All right, and then with your leg press, you go immediately into your calf raises. All right, and then you can hop up out of the seat and go immediately into the leg curl machine. So you can mix all of these things up. The key thing is what I would tell you, you don't ever want to do is you don't ever want to work shoulders with chest, okay? You don't do shoulders and go directly in the chest, because you're already wearing your deltoids out with one of the exercises, and you're going right back into the other one, and you're gonna hit them twice in a row. And now for people that are advanced, that's perfectly fine. For newer people, I wouldn't suggest it, because you're not going to be able to hit your weights that you normally would on those exercises. So anyways, guys, that is how to lift weights for weight loss. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the bottom. But yeah, Christopher Bush at Gunsforgoodcoaching.com. I would love to hear more from you guys. If you guys need help getting started, you want to get started, feel free to look us up and check out the website, Gunsforgoodcoaching.com. There's tons of different articles that I have on there besides, just this. I have links to my videos there. You can check out our video blog here on YouTube. But whichever you guys need, get your research done. And if there's anything you specifically want me to do a video on, by all means, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I would love to have the opportunity to serve you in that way. Anyways, I am Christopher Bush with Gunsforgoodcoaching.com. You guys have a marvelous day. And guys, thanks for coming and checking out the video today. If you liked what you saw, please give us a thumbs up and also leave comments in the comments section. Also, remember to hit the bell in the bottom right-hand corner to subscribe today to our channel.